Hello everyone. I'm bringing to you today this stationery kit in the style of a junk journal, made using an envelope journal tutorial by Carol Tinson of the Crafty Emporium. So Carol from YouTube, from her free tutorials for the bare bones of this, and using papers from a digital kit from Studio 28E. I've made this as part of her, as part of Sherry's design team, and I've tried to do something a little different. This is the back. Just got some denim holding the closure together. So here goes. This stationery set, junk journaling stationery set, measures about 9 inches by 5. It's heavily embellished with denim and lace. The design, the digital kit that I used for the papers, and a lot of the elements, especially these ones that I've enamelled, all from the kit named simply Elegance Denim and Lace. So I just went with the denim and lace theme and used a lot of it in the journal, not a journal, in the envelope journal style stationery kit. So double seam binding closure, so I'll just open that. I used black envelopes throughout, high quality envelopes, which I have reinforced also. So we'll just front cover has one feature that isn't visible there. You can pop in your favourite pen, and that's just a biro, but you could pop your favourite pen into that little pocket. It is functional. Or you could just hide something in there if you wished. Right, so over the page, inside front cover, first page, and we have a wallet style tuck with just a little flap closure. In here I have some notelets, machine sewn, and with some grungy style stamping on. And this page is embellished with machine stitchery and some denim. There is a sewing theme that runs throughout the papers from Studio 28E. So what I have done is I have done quite a lot of stamping and included quite a few sort of vintage sewing imagery throughout this. In a lot of the envelopes, I have included what I'm calling writing paper folders, because they're not notebooks, they're folders. And inside each one is identical. Just whatever I've stamped on the stitchery item, the sewing item will be different. And this is what I'm calling writing paper or note paper, and a note for folder. So that's that one in there. Actually, I'll pop all these back in later because I'll put them out on display so we can see what's included. And in this one, there's also a writing paper folder, exactly the same as the previous. This page has a collapsed box with a magnetic closure, and when you open it, inside the box there is matching note cards and a couple of really nice pretty journaling cards from the kit, and I've just given these a light sparkling and they're absolutely lovely, so I'll pop those there. On the collapsible box, I have added some hardware just to you know, to reinforce the corners for wear and tear. So nice little corner embellishments there. Over the page, this page is embellished heavily with beaded lace. Beautiful lady. 3 pockets where you could pop anything in. I just included in each one just some little tickets, some little decorated tickets, but you could put any items of stationery in there you wished. And in this pocket there are just some cards, a few decorated cards that you could include in a letter that you wrote to anyone. You can just pop a little card in with it. A couple of more journaling cards, note cards, just under a belly band there. I'll pop those out. And this This writing paper folder, as you see, heavily embellished again, has got a little bobbin stamped, a few pages of writing paper in there. Nice quality writing paper in that folder. And nicely stamped, and I went for a vintagey grunge, as if this is really, really old. A lot of the sewing, machine sewing, you will see, is quite uneven. It took me quite a while to master the art of sewing unevenly, but I think it's effective. Over the page, we start to see some more stationery style items. On this page we have some guest checks and just more little cards. I've stamped all these ones up. These ones have got a symbol with them. There's a selection of guest checks there. Lovely for writing notes on and just popping in an envelope to someone. This peacock here just looks like a tag, but when you pull the front, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's a little concertina space, and in there are several note cards that come written on front and back, stamped up with symbol images and grunged up a little. This side you have another folder. I think there's 5 of these writing paper folders. Now in these, I mean, once you've used them, you can refill them with any notebook, any nice writing paper, anything you just want to keep nice and flat and safe. These stamps are for eagle-eyed shops. Good old John James, the British made needle, the British needle maker. There are tags, there are more tags, lots of pearl embellishment, lots of lace, lots of trim. This is an actual feather. Lots of lace on the tag there. I just ran basically with the denim and lace, and I'm quite pleased with the result, especially with the sewn theme running through it, because I do think that will appeal to quite a lot of people. Right, on the back, as we saw earlier, we have the enamelled embellishment just with a slip through of denim. Nice overlay of heavily beaded lace with some machine stitchery. And that's not the end. As this is an envelope journal, we'll move to this side. I'll just pick that up. And then we go into the full stationery storage. On this page, we have several pockets. It's an accumulation of pockets. And I've gone on this one, I've gone with the hook fasteners, the hook and eye fasteners, and lots of grungy stamping. In the back pocket we have envelopes, more envelopes. These are rather nice old envelopes. I think they're probably about the 1980s, and they're actually from Tesco, but they've got a real oldie worldy, I thought those there, real oldie worldy feel to them. I don't know what year they were, they were produced in, but they're certainly not what's on the shelves today. We've got some graph papers that would be nice to write a letter on and, pop off to someone. Little, again, note cards. Jot your little note, pop it in the envelope. Lovely little note cards, all machine sewn. The roses from the kit, the page from the kit, these have all been embellished with just that little bit of a delicate sparkle, very elegant, nicely trimmed up. These are lined bright blue, like an Air Force blue lined old envelope, and I've just trimmed those up in navy. There are several of those in the side of this one, and over we have some lovely lovely small blue envelopes. And these, I'm not quite sure of the age of these. These were a real find at a car boot fair, and I don't know, they've got a lovely shape and they're just so old. They really are old. There was those are gorgeous. They are gorgeous envelopes. I'll just pop those back in there. and I have created some very old vintage looking postcard notelets, which I think would be nice to send off. This is mica powdered on the paper, the tea or coffee dyed, stamped up, and then I've micaed them just to give that really gorgeous, elegant look to something that looks very old. I popped a stamped some stamps on them. You can see all the staining I've created and all the stamping I've made on the kit. Absolutely love those as well. It's quite practical, this. There's a lot of more of the little envelopes here. Some of these take a little bit of opening because they're so old. There we are. A lot of the little envelopes there. This page is all nice in the blues. I'll pop those to one side. As I say, best uneven stitching that I could manage, and I just think it makes it look so grungy and old. But it's not. It's actually really, you know, spanking new and fabulous. Over the page, we then have the front cover, and what we can do with this is, now I'm not going to get this all in, but I will attempt to lift it and move it from one side to the other. I will refold it and I'll give it a turn, and I will attempt to do it from the other side. There's one more to come out there. Now I'm sure you will agree the design's absolutely brilliant, and I did enjoy making it. I really did. Something just that little bit different from your standard journal. I can see someone filling this with all their favourite envelopes, all their favourite writing paper, writing pads, and just having an absolute whale of a time when it came to wanting to write a letter, send a postcard, write a note, or just basically include something in with a parcel. Just pop off, get their denim and lace stationery set out, and find a little goodie in there to you know, to send off to their friend, and just, you know, use their pen from the front, the nice pen, not a biro. Yeah, I think someone would enjoy owning that. I am going to pop it up for sale on my Etsy, which I'll link below. I'll also link below Studio 28E, and I'll link below So Carol from YouTube, because it was her tutorial that I used to learn how to use this method with the envelopes. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below, and I hope to be bringing something new to you real soon. Thank you for viewing. Bye.